Last night, we shared our story regarding Freedom of Information Act requests to get information for the taxpayers on why the jail is about $20 million over budget. There was an authority meeting today, and on the agenda, KTIV's FOIA request. KTIV's Matt Hoffman was at that meeting and joins us tonight in studio. So, Matt, tell us what happened at the meeting.
Yeah, guys, Woodbury County Law Enforcement Authority members voted today to pay half the remaining cost on KTIV's Freedom of Information Act request. Now, board commissioners say taxpayers will fund half of the overrun under their proposal, and KTIV would actually pay the other half. This would be in addition to the $3,015 that KTIV already paid. Commissioner Mark Nelson also asked that KTIV disclose the records to other media outlets under the proposed compromise. Now, KTIV paid the authority-provided estimate of just over $3,000 on December 20th. Last Friday, the authority sent KTIV an invoice of nearly $12,000. Commissioners addressed the issue Tuesday. Nelson saying the authority should pay half of the differential, just over $4,400, with interest from the authority's bank account. And Nelson also says that while those funds are taxpayer dollars, they aren't direct dollars. The proposal passed 3-0, with Commissioner Dan Moore and Chairman Ron Wick voting in favor.
A lot of information that was left out. I still think we should cover half. My parents always said, kill them with kindness, and I think that's exactly what we have the opportunity to do today.
We want to follow the law, which I believe we've done, but we also need to remember that we're out there on a day-to-day basis trying to make this thing happen, trying to get that door open.
All three commissioners declined our request for an interview after the meeting. The authority also discussed the progress of the project, with the owner's rep, Shane Albrecht, telling Commissioner Dan Moore that substantial completion date you've been hearing about remains April 9th of this year for the new jail. The project architect said 5 out of 6 elevators have passed inspection, though there is no timetable to inspect the final elevator. Also, in a press release, the authority said the cost and time impact of work on a, quote, mechanical system is still actually under review. Commissioner Mark Nelson also said several parts of KTIV's story were incomplete. We've asked him to send us the statement he read during the meeting, and we gave him the opportunity to discuss what he felt was incomplete, but he declined an interview. And Matt and Jessica, we have followed the process and worked with the authority to obtain these documents for the taxpayers, again, to see why this new jail is about $20 million over budget.
Matt, let me put it to you this way. When I get my car worked on, the mechanic gives me an estimate of the cost of the repair before the work is done. After I sign off, he does the work that we've agreed to, but if something changes, he calls me back so I have the chance to agree to the additions. Did we get the same courtesy in this case?
Yeah, man, the answer to that is at no point were we advised that this estimate would actually be more than 3 times the original quote.